Now these are some of the mother plants I used last year to grow the other strawberry plants from. And you can see they have quite a bit of berries on them too. I do have a lot of very small ones, so it may not be ideal to use these mother plants. But we're getting some good strawberries from them, so that's a good thing. I think you can see that these berries are misshapen, and usually if you have misshapen fruits or vegetables, it can mean there is a boron deficiency. Now last year I added too much boron and that caused problems. So it looks like this time they need a little bit, which it only takes a small amount. So I think I will try to add a little bit, but not to overdo it. So this is what I picked today, and a lot of the ones on top you see are kind of small, and they came from these mother plants here. You can look at these and see they're nice and red, they are juicy and they're sweet. They're good berries. They don't have the look of the Chandlers we had last year, but I think they're sweeter and juicier, so that's a positive thing. Okay, so why do I grow corn plants, you might ask? Lots of people just put the seed in the ground and wait for it to germinate. Well, there are several reasons why I choose to grow the plants rather than put the seed directly in the ground. For one, I can be growing my plants when the weather's still very cool outside. Also, I can start them growing before I have a place ready in the garden for them. And when you put the seed in the ground, you don't know how much is going to germinate, how much will not. So when I put a plant in the ground, I know I have a plant and I won't have any skipped places. So those are several advantages. And then lastly, when I put a plant in the ground, they already have a good start and they have a head start on any weeds that might germinate. So those are a lot of reasons why I prefer to grow the plants first rather than putting a seed directly in the ground. So you can see this soil is also very crumbly, so that's a good texture. Pretty dry right now, but I'm going to water these plants. Okay, I've taken a break from the corn planting and I've come in the house to get something in the oven to cook for our lunch. So in this little pan I've put about a cup and a half of water in the bottom of it and 2 chicken leg quarters. Then I added some of our frozen green beans. I'm going to add some potatoes on top of that. And then some carrots. Now, I'm going to put that in the oven on 300 degrees and let that cook for 2.5 hours. And when Larry and I come back in here from working outside, we will have a very nice lunch, already cooked, ready to eat. And we'll also have these strawberries from the garden to go with it. So we feel that we are very blessed. For health reasons, Larry and I choose not to eat out anymore. We've had various health problems over the years, and to conquer those, we've changed our diet over and over and over, and tried to get better and better at what we eat to try to preserve our health as best we can. So we've learned to do all of our cooking at home, all our meals at home, and it's not really a big change for me or Larry, for basically that's the way it was when we grew up, and it is a very good way to feed your family, to take care of your food yourself, so I encourage you to work toward doing that also. Now I have 25 more plants to put in this little garden area, and then I will have about 100 plants here. So when this tray is empty, then I will fill it again with the potting soil and add seeds again, and I'll do another one also at the same time, and then I will have another 100 plants starting to grow in these flats. That way I can have successive plantings all summer long and keep harvesting corn all summer.